Welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm so jazzed to be here. I've been wanting to do YouTube for a long time, and I've stopped myself because it feels intimidating to do this longer form video content, and I'm trying to take my own advice and just start. I know that it might be choppy, it might not be super efficient as far as this video goes, but I'll get better, and hopefully my enthusiasm still comes through in the video. This first video is going to be about how I approach packing and choosing outfits for my upcoming trip to Paris in France. And I kind of walk through and do a time lapse of me choosing outfits, how I approach kind of figuring out what I'm going to take. Sometimes I do some try-ons, and then I'm packing it all into one rolling carry-on suitcase and this backpack. So let's get to it. Let me show you what I packed. Okay, we did it. And by we, I mean me and the queen over here. All right, so let me walk you through what I have decided to pack. I may make some last minute changes as I am putting things in my suitcase. But so far what I'm thinking, so I'll be there for 8 days. I don't love repeating outfits on vacation. I know that that would be the most efficient use of space, but you know me, I like to wear a lot of different outfits and colors and feel like myself. And if I'm repeating the same outfit over and over, I just don't feel like myself. So how I can combat that is to take pieces that are really interchangeable. So my bases for packing are my Everlane denim jeans, these Resik Studio disco pants, basically. So those are the two pairs of pants that I'm packing. And I'm going to bring 2 skirts. This one by Gorman, which obviously matches a lot of colors. And then my tried and true mini, which is a vintage one that I thrifted. It doesn't have a tag. So those 4 bottoms, I think, match all of the tops that I'm bringing. So the tops that I'm bringing, I have some staples that I kind of always take on vacation. This cropped leopard silk button-up is one. I thrifted this and cropped it myself, but I feel like it's the perfect pattern that matches everything. I think it goes with these pants. I love it mixed with both of these patterns. It can be dressed down or dressed up. So that's coming with me. I have 2 plain white tees that are vintage JCPenney t-shirts, and these are faves. I always feel really good. I feel like they fit me well. They're a little bit sheer. They're really broken in. And then this is another tee that I always take on vacation. Another really worn in vintage tee. It just always feels like a good basic that I can take and matches everything because it's white. And then I'm going to bring 2 more vintage t-shirts. This Solvang California one. It kind of, for me, goes with everything. I could wear it with the skirts or the pants. And then the Ohio boys basketball tee. So red is kind of the pop of color that is standing out to me as the one that's like the boldest, that maybe doesn't match everything, but it feels really good for me to pack it for whatever reason. So again, this will match, I think, with the mini, the jeans, and the other pair of pants. So those are my tees. And then because it's going to be cold, but not super cold, I think it's supposed to be like 50s or 60s while we're there, I want to bring an extra layer so that I don't have to take a super heavy coat. And so my extra layers or alternative layers are a couple of sweaters. This one from Charisma. It's really boxy and I love how it lays. I think it could go again with the skirts or the pants. 2 vintage crew neck sweatshirts. This faded black one that's oversized. I like to do the tuck into my tank top or bra to make it look a little bit cropped. This blue England one, and then 2 more sweaters. The cardigan, Cezanne, love this. It's a little bit bulky, but I just feel like I have to wear the French brand in France. And I love this color. And then this one, which I got at the clothing swap I recently went to, it's a cotton sweater from H&M. But I love the color, and I feel like this will be a good layering piece. So that is all of the tops and the bottoms I'm bringing. So even if I wore one of these and a couple of those, that is 1 top for every day plus. But that's okay with me. I feel really good about that. I feel like I can make some outfits that are a little bit more dressy, a little more casual. I loved the advice that someone gave when I asked on Instagram top packing tips to pack some low energy outfits and some high energy outfits, because historically I have packed very aspirationally, thinking like, oh, I'm gonna dress up and I'm gonna feel my best every single day. And when you're walking around a ton on vacation, sometimes you're tired. And I think that was a really good piece of advice. So having the jeans and having some t-shirts and sweatshirts feels very good, because when I'm at home, I wear a lot of cozy, comfortable clothes. So those are the basics, but we might do some fancier events. We were thinking about going to see some sort of show, the opera, the ballet, something where we might want to dress up a little bit. So I'm going to bring 2 dresses. This one, which I got from Rue St. Paul in Brooklyn. It's super comfortable, it has pockets. I feel very good about wearing this with my Doc Martens, which are the only shoes I'm going to bring. And it feels like it can be dressed up or down. I could throw that cardigan on over top and have it be, you know, a casual daytime look, or I can dress it up. The other one is this Dream Sister Jane dress that I got secondhand from my pal Sam on the internet. Again, can dress it up or down, and I think those 2 are both very comfortable. So I'm really happy with those 2 as my dress choices. So all of that is my basic outfit stuff. I'm learning about myself that I don't wear a lot of accessories on vacation. I have really been leaning into wearing these gold hoops almost exclusively, but I am going to bring a few pairs of earrings, some colorful ones that will match most of my pieces. I'm going to bring one of my ribbons that I can either wear in my hair or around my neck or around my collar of that one button-up shirt. And then I'm going to bring a bunch of beanies, because we are going to be walking around a ton. It is winter time, and I feel like my beanie collection is going to be able to differentiate my outfits when I'm wearing like 1 or 2 coats. So these are the 4 beanies I chose. I think that one is Colorful Standard. I don't remember where that one is from. This one's Higher Goods, they're better beanie and cotton, and this one is a wool one from Cezanne. And then in the accessories realm, I have a vintage pair of long gloves, which are this fun yellow color. Again, really matches everything. I got those at Tekla Vintage in Hamtramck locally. And then my friend Carly made me these mittens. She knit them for me, which are just totally my colors. One of the things that I really love about refining my wardrobe so much is I feel like so many of the colors I gravitate toward go together. Like, this all really makes a lot of sense for me. Like I said, with the exception of the 2 red pieces, I would say all of the other colors go together. Okay, now let's talk about accessories. I talked about my beanies, my mittens, my earrings. I am gonna bring a couple of scarves. This yellow Cezanne one that matches the beanie. This Verloop knit one that is multicolored. And then I am gonna bring my, quilted bib that I made, because I feel like this over either of the dresses or over my coat adds a level of interest, warmth, and excitement. So those will be coming with me. Now, in terms of accessories, I guess of other stuff that I'm bringing, I'm gonna bring 3 like daily bags with me. One is gonna be my backpack, excuse me. This one from Prime Cut. It zips. It is one big pocket and then one smaller pocket. I feel like people tell you that you're not supposed to take a backpack in a big city. I'm going to. I can wear it across my front, like a crossbody, if I go on the subway or need it to be more secure. I feel fine wearing it like this, but it's gonna be really nice to be hands-free. And I'm kind of like getting sick of the crossbody style, just because when I pack it full of stuff on vacation, my shoulder starts to hurt and I don't like switching it the other direction. I like it being across this shoulder so I can zip and grab. So I'm gonna bring this. I feel like it's colorful and it matches everything and I really love it. I am gonna bring one crossbody bag, my pink Bagoo, just to have an alternative. And I think this pink will go nicely with my blue coat that I'm gonna pack. And then, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna bring my Architectural Digest tote. Whether that is just for keeping in the backpack or the other bag, or taking it out as my daily bag one day. Feels good to have that option. In terms of other bags, I always bring a couple of Bagoo reusable bags with me because if I'm shopping or going to the grocery store or even just like to pack up my laundry, I always take a couple bags with me. So those will go in my bag. And then the stuff that I keep in my actual purse, my normal things, my film camera, I have an Olympus XA1 and I use some scraps to make this little quilted case for it because I feel like it was getting a little beat up. And I stole the camera strap from a different camera that I have. So film camera, extra film, sunscreen spray, hand sanitizer, my AirPods. This little pouch goes in all of my bags with me. It has playing cards, chapstick, a pen, some cash, earplugs, just the essentials for what you have in a bag. I'm gonna bring my water bottle, definitely fill that up at the airport to have a lot of water with me. Bringing some handkerchiefs. I don't know if you can tell I'm a little bit congested and I have a runny nose. So I'm gonna bring some handkerchiefs with me, especially like walking around in the cold. I would rather use one of these than like wipe my hand on my sleeve all the time. As far as electronics, I am gonna bring my laptop because I have some stuff I would like to get done in the downtime at the airport or on the airplane. So my laptop and charger, phone charger, my Sony over-ear headphones, which are Bluetooth and noise canceling. I love these. Because I have my tragus pierced on both sides, I don't love to wear earbud headphones for long periods of time, so I really prefer these. I have a journal that I take with me on all vacations and just kind of give a summary of what I did that day, so it's fun to take the just vacation journal, but then I'm also bringing my morning pages journal. I'm gonna bring one book, The War of Art. I started reading this when I was at a friend's house from his collection and just got it so that I could actually finish it because I feel like it's gonna be really impactful for me. And then I have a couple on the Libby app on my phone, which I can read if I need to. Other accessories. One pair of sunglasses, obviously my passport and my wallet, and then my toiletries, which I'm taking travel sizes of my faves. I kind of pare down my skincare routine. I just do cleanser, vitamin C, moisturizer, sunscreen when I'm on vacation. And as far as hair accessories, gonna bring some scrunchies, a couple of clips. I will be starting my period, so I'm bringing my Diva cup, contacts, glasses, you know, normal toiletries. So that is kind of the extent of what I'm bringing. It looks like a lot on the bed right now, but I think I can get it easily in this suitcase. The only decisions I have left to make are what I'm gonna wear on the plane, if I'm going to take other coats I don't feel like I need to bring a lot of warm layers because of the hats, the mittens, the scarves. I think I could get by with my blue wool coat, which isn't very thick, but it's warm, and maybe a denim jacket. I'm thinking about that. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna wear in the plane, and if I'm gonna take a denim jacket or another different jacket with me. So right now, what I think I'm gonna do is pack up everything and see how it fits in here. My friend and I are going to take one checked bag that we're gonna share, and it's gonna be mostly empty, so that if we buy things, last time we bought a bunch of chocolate, some wine, some souvenirs, we can have space for that on the way back. But my goal is to get everything into my carry-on and my backpack. So let's see how that goes. Hey friends, I'm back from my trip. I just unpacked. I pulled everything out of my suitcase. I put all my dirty socks and underwear in the basket already. You already know I wore the socks and underwear. But I thought I would do a little reflection on what I packed and if I wore it, and really think about how I could modify my packing strategy going forward. So I packed for 50-degree weather, and that was appropriate, but I definitely did pack aspirationally, even though I said I wasn't going to. And how I did that is when it's 30 to 50 degrees, I often dress like this. I'm wearing loose, comfortable clothes. I have sweatpants on right now, but loose linen pants or chef pants, things that are comfy and cozy. That's what I feel most comfortable in. That's what I'm wearing right now in the season. In the summer and the fall, I tend to wear more skirts and dresses, but I packed as if I were going to do more of the skirt and dress wearing, I guess. So I found myself wishing I had cozier pants to wear. So I ended up wearing the disco pants. I did wear those twice. These are from Rezik Studio, and they're super stretchy, so they're comfortable, but they're really not like an everyday wear kind of pant. I did wear my Everlane Curvy 90s denim jeans. I wore those a lot. I washed them. We had a washer in our Airbnb, but no dryer, so they didn't kind of like shrink back up to that post-wash tightness that I like. So wearing these and these, and then I had my, I guess they are kind of like chef pants, trousers that I wore on the plane, and I already put in the dirty clothes because I wore them home on the plane too. So I'm glad that I brought those. That was kind of a last minute addition. I ended up wearing those quite a few days. So lesson number one, I wish I would have brought cozier pants to wear. Okay, so same thing with the cozy pants. I really did not feel like dressing up to go out and about, to be walking around a ton. I did wear this dress, this Dream Sister Jane dress, once out to dinner. I wore something else throughout the day and then changed right before we went to dinner. I find that in Paris, a lot of folks are just kind of like chic, casual, and obviously I still want to dress and feel like myself, but wearing something like this dress just for everyday wear feels a little excessive, I guess, while I'm there. And I don't ever want to think that I'm changing my authentic expression for a place. But I really didn't feel the desire to wear this dress or the two skirts that I brought. One was the checkerboard skirt and one was this skirt, which I brought this last time I went to Brooklyn and I wore it many days. So I think it really just depends on the location, the activities. yeah, I really just wanted comfy, cozy, warm clothes because it was chilly even though it was 50 degrees. We were outside, it rained quite a few days, so obviously I'm not trying to wear this dress in the rain. So the skirts and this dress didn't get worn. I think the lesson number 2 is only bring one fancy option. Okay, the next thing, I wore those jeans a lot, and I wore the Rezik Studio pants, the disco pants, a lot, but I packed as if I wasn't going to wear a second layer. So I brought a couple of vintage t-shirts, which normally jeans or pants or skirt and a vintage t-shirt, I feel 100% like myself. But I needed another layer over the t-shirts, and I only brought 2 cardigans. One was this Cezanne one, which I did wear, but it felt too bulky to wear over the t-shirts, so I wore it buttoned up by itself. And the second one was this vintage one. The tag just says yes on it, which is incredible, but this is quite tight, and so it felt too tight to be worn over these kind of looser, bulky sleeve t-shirts. So I did not wear this orange one. So that was a fail on my part. This was a new purchase and I hadn't ever worn it, so I wasn't sure how I was gonna style it. So I think lesson number 3 is only bring things that you have worn and have styled before. I did wear this Charisma sweater, that was great. And then I have a red sweater that is currently already in the dirty clothes that I wore on the plane, and I wore that a couple of times. So I wish I had brought kind of a lighter, smaller cardigan than just this one. And honestly, a hoodie. I brought one crew neck sweatshirt. I wish I would have brought a hoodie with me, because I like the look of like a block solid color hoodie with a trench coat. I think that looks nice. You can elevate the hoodie look with the trench, especially with wearing boots. I didn't do that. But speaking of coats, let's talk about that. So didn't wear these shirts, but I did wear all of my coats, and that felt good because I was like, oh, this feels like a lot of coats to bring. My plan was to just bring the blue one, the green trench for rainy days, and my denim trench. And the denim one fits a lot like this kind of overshirt jacket thing does. I like to button it up all the way, and that was perfect for underneath my checkered vest, which I did wear. And I actually also wore this the other way around over a white button up. Last minute before I left on my trip, I went to Target and I bought 2 white button ups, a cropped one and a long one, kind of oversized. I brought both of them thinking like, this is wrong. I shouldn't be bringing 2 of basically the same shirt. And I wore both of them more than once. I ended up wearing that long sleeve white button up many days of the trip. It just felt nice. It felt a little bit more elevated. It was thin enough to fit underneath the thicker sweaters, but it was at least a long sleeve that I could fit under a coat instead of just a t-shirt. And I wore this over it one day. So the coats all got worn. And then the day that I left, I got some mail, and my Psychic Outlaw quilt coat that I had ordered had arrived. So this was sort of a last minute wild card ad, and I'm glad I brought it because it's really cute. I ordered it in a cropped length, which I'm excited about. And I also have a bow coming, a hair bow with the same quilt, so that's fun. But it is just a little bit too thin as the only outerwear. So I really only wore it one day when we had some sun and it was a little bit warmer. I really needed kind of multiple layers, and it's too small to fit like a bulky sweater underneath, but not quite warm enough for only being outerwear. So I think had I had this for more time and it didn't arrive on the day that I was leaving and I was really excited about it, I didn't necessarily need to bring this, but I am excited about it as a new purchase. Okay, so that's coats. Okay, next up, let's talk shoes and accessories. So when I originally packed, I was only going to bring my Doc Marten boots, one pair. of shoes. And when I posted on Instagram that I was doing that, a lot of people were like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is wild. How could you do this? And I second guessed myself, and I packed my Converse, which are my go-to shoe. And I'm glad I did, honestly. These fit very easily in any sort of suitcase. They kind of crunch up really small. And I do love wearing them. And I probably wore both the boots and the shoes equally. And I didn't think that I needed more than that. I felt completely fine wearing either of those pair of shoes. One of the days I wish I had my Blundstones, just because I was like feeling very tired and lazy, and the Blundstones are slip-ons, but it's fine to lace up a shoe. It just took a little longer for me to get moving in the morning. I did also buy these pink Adidas Gazelles while I was there. I have not been able to find this pink colorway in the US at all. So on the sites that I found online, shipping was just as much as the shoe. So this felt like a good investment for me to make while I was there. I was able to fit these in my suitcase just fine. I did not wear them because, like I mentioned, it rained quite a bit, and these are suede. I didn't want their first wear to get them all gross from the rain. So I'm excited to style these. I am not usually a low tennis shoe kind of girl. I like a high top. Hi, Sal. Special guest joining us, my co-host. So anyway, excited about those. Other accessories. I brought 4 beanies and I wore them all, and I'm glad I brought all 4. So that was a good investment of space in my suitcase. I also wore both pair of mittens. Again, those are not really taking up much space. I brought a handful of pairs of earrings. I brought purple hoops, these pink kind of circle clay guys, and these colorful clay guys, as well as these little checkerboard hoops, and I didn't wear any of them. I wore just my gold hoops that I sleep and shower in, and I could have gone without earrings. Not that they took up much space, but a good thing to pay attention to. I brought one ribbon that I did wear kind of as a tie, one day, and a bandana that I did not, but I did use my handkerchiefs for like wiping my nose and stuff. Hey, get out of there. So accessories overall, happy with how I packed those. I think I could have packed less earrings, but again, not taking up much space. Last thing I want to talk about is how I packed, knowing that I was going to buy stuff while I was there. So as I showed previously, I took my Baboon to the Moon backpack. This is the mini go bag. And this had my patchwork purse, my leather backpack purse in it, my laptop in its sleeve, and then I had a few Baggu pouches that had things like my charging cord, my adapter for European plugs, my snacks I had in one bag, tea bags. I had my journal, my travel journal, and my morning pages journal, my book, my passport, my wallet. Things like that were in this bag. It wasn't completely full, and I planned it that way, knowing that I might need to kind of pack this one a little bit more full on the way back. Hello again, Sal. And then with my carry-on suitcase, this was mostly full. I think I could have done a little bit better job to be more efficient with the use of space on the way there, but I was okay with that, knowing that I might need to be more efficient on the way back. So that was fine how I packed it. I did use 2 of these vacuum bags. They have a little twist off, and then there's this pump that you attach and suck the air out. So I brought the pump with me. I put my blue wool coat, and I did bring a Saison scarf that I wore yesterday, so it's downstairs. But that was vacuum sealed in there and then put in my suitcase. I wore the scarf on the plane, and I just vacuum sealed things back up, my bulkiest things, in these 2 bags for the way back. I was able to get these shoes that I bought in there. I bought this very, very old skirt, like before elastic skirt, that is quite damaged and mended, but I think that that's really beautiful, at the antique stall at the flea market. And then I bought this, again, very, very vintage nightgown, and it has initials embroidered onto it, little ruffles, a collar. It's very sweet. I will wear this as a dress. So I bought those two things and this vintage from the 90s, not quite as old as those two things, silk striped shirt. And then I bought a bunch of sunscreen and skincare, plus some souvenirs for friends, and a little bit of artwork. And so what Carly and I did is we brought one large checked bag between us both, and it was mostly empty on the way there. So I did not put anything in that on the way there. She had a few things, like her full-size toiletries were in that bag. And then on the way back, we packed that checked bag full. So we put all of our toiletries, all of that skincare that I bought. I filled up this Baggu pouch with like stuff that I bought. And these I vacuum sealed in one of the bags with my sweaters. And we made it back just fine. What we found, so we flew Delta both ways, direct. And on the way there, we had to pay for the checked bag. It was $75 for your first checked bag. Everything else was free. So with Delta, you get a carry-on and a personal item for free. And on the way back, we didn't have to pay for the checked bag had it not been overweight. It was overweight because we had lots of skincare in there. Carly bought a couple pairs of shoes and a rug. So we did end up paying like $90 or something, but the 75 and the 90 were split between both of us. So that felt totally fine. If you are considering shopping on your trip, I would say check a bag that's mostly empty. Or if you're a very efficient packer and you can get everything into a personal item, bring an empty carry-on. Or just, I think I could even, if I wanted to do something kind of on a smaller scale, pack all of my clothes in here, put it in that carry-on, and then have my like crossbody or purse just as my personal item and that as my carry-on. So there are lots of ways to do it like that, thinking ahead if you're planning to shop. So I think the major takeaways from my trip and my packing experience are pack less than I think I need. I always overpack. Even when I'm being so efficient, I feel like last minute I kind of pull stuff out and add things in, like that sweater that I just bought or the jacket that had just arrived. So packing less than I think I need, especially with the washer. Like I probably could have just gotten away with just having my white button up, one hoodie, 2 sweaters maybe, and then dressing for the season, knowing that I was wanting to be cozy and like loose, comfy fitting clothes here at home at this time of year. I should have planned for that going forward into the travel planning. So I don't know, I think I did pretty good overall, but I really like to take this time to reflect afterward to make sure that I'm just getting more and more efficient with my packing process. It's always better to have less stuff to haul around with you. We also only stayed at one place, so it wasn't really a big deal. We took the train, like the regional train from the airport to the local trains, and then the train to our Airbnb on the way there. And then because we had to get up so early to leave, we scheduled an Uber to take us to the airport on the way back. So we weren't like hauling our suitcases around a ton. I know some folks like to go to multiple places when they go to Europe, and I would imagine that you would want to be a lot more efficient in your packing if you did that, because it's a pain to roll a suitcase down a cobbled street, which is what much of that is over there. So I hope you have enjoyed my first long YouTube video. I am really excited about this new format. Thank you for your patience in me getting it out. Please subscribe, share, like, comment. Would love to hear your thoughts, what you would like to see from me going forward. Maybe it's just my kitty rolling around in my clothes. Maybe it's me talking about trips. Maybe it's me talking about outfits. Whatever it is, I look forward to making it for you and for you being here. So thank you so much. I'll see you soon.